Alrighty guys, let's start so as not to prolong the night so much. In some countries it is already very late. So today, the goal of this with the company of John and David Valero present here. Hello guys, how are you?
Hello John, good evening John and Jose. How are you both doing tonight?
And well, let's hope everything turns out fine as expected. There are enough community leaders in the club here so that they can transmit this, because I know that not everyone is going to connect to the rooms of 300 people. I don't know if it can be filled. I hope it can be filled so that we can reach everyone, and that, there won't be so much problem tomorrow that people continue to ask the same thing, and the same applies. Quite a few people are connecting here. So perfect guys, let's start. And today's topic is with what is happening at One Time Club, the issue that the withdrawals were affected, and then so that there is peace of mind and people understand, okay, what happened today in the morning. We had not a live with G, but hey, that live is heard, there is no visualization, there is not much understanding. John passed some images, but there is still no way to explain. 100 with some images only spoken. You need to explain, share the screen, show what is happening, why are we going to be watching today, why the C5 B5 no longer belongs to the account and club, literally. What does One Time Club propose to solve the problem? Where is our capital that is going to be made here? Okay, from the beginning I'm going to tell you, well, easy and simple, your money is safe. You just have to wait for the developers of One Time Club to finish the new contract. Today they are going to see why he screwed up, or who screwed up, or what the one who screwed up is doing. And we are going to defame him a little since he is coming to screw us. Well, come on. To show the world, or those people who come here, the misfortune that this project causes, so that tomorrow those people who watch this video or run around YouTube and can find this do not fall into that type of company. Okay, so nothing guys, let's get started. I give the floor to John, to David. I don't know how you guys want to start.
Thank you, Jose. Well, yes, as you said this, we have found several interesting things. We have been late, well, with this whole issue. Well, not at first. It was not easy because, well, there are a lot of speculation about that, but thanks to the knowledge that there are many people who criticize it or that. But well, we are not here to be criticized, but rather we are here to give some results. We found some quite interesting topics that, as Jose says, need to be explained. They need to be explained, and I hope that the 195 people who are already in the room understand it. And something very interesting, that we are in a business that is risky. Just as it is highly liquid, it is risky, and what we want in advance, because we are not even the owners. No, but we have nothing to do with any of what we are promoting. We are only giving you information, and we have solid basis to give that information. So what we want in this space is for you to take, 1, a peace of mind, 2, that have knowledge, and 3, that they do not let themselves be deceived or let themselves go. Or using the ears of too many people who are out there, and especially within social networks, saying things that are not. We have good knowledge. I tell you the prior knowledge for people who know that there are people in the room who believe that we speak. That is, we only speak and we don't have the result, and you don't have the result, because here you are going to see it. And that's why we convened, and we already have an audience of 206 people who I don't think are here because it's free, right? But if we want that information to be concise, and for them to see that the system that One Time Club has and that Venus Protocol has is a system that, thanks to this, they did not empty the contract. Now I give you the word. Let's proceed.
Okay, partners, very good evening here, everyone. Well, let's be clear. I don't know if suddenly, David, you have the hash that I sent you from where the funds are, the wallet that I sent you. You have it there. To share on screen, to explain to them where the backgrounds are first.
Yes, if you want, I'll share it.
Yes.
Okay.
Share the screen and there we move on to look at contract 5B5, which is the one that interests me the most, obviously.
Well, here I also have this screen so that you can see how much the funds there were a few days ago. But let's go first with the. May I interrupt for a moment, please?
Where exactly are all the 91,000 funds?
I'll be placing it on the secondary display for viewing. Secondly, we have arrived and are fully immersed in this, stemming from love and care. It was recast for me, yet it has been recast entirely here before.
In the chat, I left details regarding your wallet for easy access. In case you copy and paste,
Duplicate the original copy, not another one.
Standardize the copy for a duration of 1 second.
What drives our actions? Why do we pursue this? Primarily, we aim for you to clearly understand the significant liquidity decline that this causes. We also strive for transparency about fund allocation, who possesses them, and their exact whereabouts. Please rest assured these funds reside securely within a null wallet on Venus. Here, that is that. Here we can observe it on the screen. Thank you, David. 991, gentlemen, there's our funds. Obviously, there were 1,177, but at the time that it was causing this whole drop in liquidity, many people also obviously withdrew their share of the money that they had in rewards or that they had in ROI. And well, obviously, it also began to decrease. Yeah, this one. No, now let me share the screen. I want them to send the wallet where the funds are, people. I'm going to share the screen, gentlemen, because I'm going to focus on the wallet 5 out of 5, the contract. Let me share the screen. Give me 1 second.
well, look first before we continue to Erlin Herriere. This asshole or asshole is you. We're mainly trying to make them understand what's going on. And I repeat you again, if you don't like what you're seeing, you can leave, it's more goodbye. I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't understand why it's happening and I can't grasp it. Why? Can you explain?
Let's lose our cool there with this one.
Ready? Well, here we can see. Obviously, when we are doing the traceability of the 5 out of 5 portfolio, here we can observe it. Obviously, it is the one that we interact every day with 1TIME Club, both in withdrawals and deposits, as in roulette payments, as in the ROI payment. It is the one that we always interact with, and we go. Until yesterday or until today, we are going to continue. We are not going to continue working with this wallet, obviously, because in the statement, Walter Club was very clear that it is going to be restructured into a new contract. Because obviously this wallet is intervened, and we are going to see that step by step. And who's behind it? Obviously, it's a phishing wallet from a company. It's a phishing wallet for those who don't know what a phishing is. It is a malicious wallet that interacts within a contract and obviously causes disorder. In question of payments, because well, it has really happened, and I hope that now that we finish this presentation, we are going to really ask some questions to people so that they answer the chat with all their hands on their hearts and say things, because it is really happening, and I have already personally been contacted for. Tell me that there are people who receive double payments, double the commission. Gentlemen, we have to be clear. I know that they are afraid to speak. I know that they are afraid because they think they are going to discover it. Let's see. No one is going to be discovered here. Here are wallets. Be clear about that. But there were double payments, and many people with very good hearts told me, they showed me the double payments. And that is the statement that he sent to the Same 10 Club more than anything, for the retransing, that he had to pay double, and they have to be clear what that function means, gentlemen. It is a function that is executed when a withdrawal is made. And he hasn't finished making the call for retirement. When the same payment comes out again, it goes double to the wallets, gentlemen. So there is no project, there is no contract that can withstand this type of situation. So I thank all the little people who contacted me, because there were not one or two, there were many people who contacted AAA. To the private sector, and they told me that this situation was happening, as there were other people who told me that they were not paid 1.4 but a little more than 1.4, which is not normal because the contract has to be perfect. But this is because of all this crap that this company did, which unfortunately got involved and which is in the market doing its thing and is sending tokens. Watch what I'm going to tell you. He is sending us tokens that are malicious for his wallets, gentlemen, because he is distributing them for the wallets. So here we see contract 5B5. Yes, created by contract E26, the contract not wallet E26. And obviously here we are going to see in token transfer, the movements that it is arousing at this moment, gentlemen, it is still arousing it is happening to see what the tranquility that we have, which we realized, and I hear it from Jose, that value that is interacting. He said 6 obviously, but the real value is 0. That is, it is not causing damage at this time. Why? Why? Because this contract is without anything. Obviously there is nothing, there is no money. But if there was money here, believe me, this value would not be 0. Believe me, this value is gonna be progressive and automatic, because this is arousing every time in the Zoom, not in the when we were this morning with the group that is David and Jose. Well, we saw that there were only 6 transfer transactions, and look already all the ones that have been in the day. That is happening with what? With contract 5B5, gentlemen, with contract 5B5. For that reason, right now our liquidity is stored in a wallet and it is arousing and talking to us. The blockchain understands that the blockchain speaks to us and we have to interpret it. So obviously he's making a transfer, this movement. Now I'm going to explain something. We never ever saw this transfer movement.
Does he?
We never ever saw it when we did the introductions. We never saw the transfer, let's just say the raw withdraw, the ROI, the refer withdraw, the roulette payment and other functions, the 4 functions that the 40 contract has. even wait for me at 1. Second, because they are writing to me here. You can't see the screen, gentlemen. They tell me that you can't see the screen.
Yeah, I'm seeing her.
Yes, but it seems that you have lost the sharing thing.
If you want, stop sharing and share again, John. I'm not seeing her.
Let's see. Wait for me 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing.
Yes, now if you're looking at it, it's a photo with a photo of someone, right?
Oh.
Yeah, no.
But wait for me. Let's see. Wait for me because... Let's see there.
There it is. It is coming out. It has not come out yet. And now, yes, it has come out for me.
Are you completely ready now?
Yes.
No, but yes, now we're ready. Please ensure WhatsApp doesn't interrupt us. We've already addressed the issue. Thank you, John. What's next? Well, I don't know who's scratching me there. 131 is obviously causing this. These transfers, please. I want you to look at them here. These transfer. We pass the screen. Obviously, they are from since the problem arose. Wait for me for 1 second here, under this here, and I'll move on to the second page. Because this is slow and the transfers continue. Look, this is all happening right now an hour ago. Obviously, if I continue to go down, all the transfers will continue. This has been all day, but they are... Let's see, I'm going to say it in words that this is how they are sucking. They are sucking doing this because obviously it is automatic. And they are going to continue doing this to thousands and millions of wallets that are being transferred. But hey, we already know that there is the damage that is stopping those transfers that don't catch my attention or didn't catch our attention at the time when we were 3 in the morning, and obviously we had to look all the monitoring of this transfer, and obviously right now it is at 0, but that transfer has a value in a token, but I had to look at who was making that value of that token, and we measured the account. Obviously we entered that as that fraudulent party that is doing that in contract 5B5. And we realize that this company is in participation. Let's load this company that you are going to watch on the screen. This company that's on screen here is cryptofortunes.com.co. Sorry, this company is the one that is carrying out the phishing of our 1TIMECLUB contract. And here we can look at it here. Here we can detail that he is carrying out these maneuvers and he is the one who is causing retransing to exist. Obviously, so that he is either, as whoever says, this is bothering him or trying to damage the contract. To raise those kinds of functions, gentlemen, is that happening right now? Yeah, because that's acting automatically, and behind all that crap they're doing to us in the contract. Well, obviously there is this crap to see from companies that can also review it. Obviously it exists, it is in operation, but it is causing this to arise at the moment with our wallet that 5B5. Gentlemen, now I want you to see that this is part of a cloning of our 5B5 contract to be able to make moves. Why am I telling you this and going to show them to you? This isn't like we're making it up or anything. Wait for me, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to open. Wait for me. I run this pod and here in this window. Shall I open contract 5B5 again, gentlemen, so you can see what this company is doing? Yes, because thank goodness How much did he even make this decision so he could protect our money? They had to do it. They had to do it with a lot of wallets, more than 25 wallets. They had to do it. Because obviously if they are going to do this type of phishing, they are not going to achieve it. Taking out the liquidity in 25 wallets, they had to do it that way. But all those wallets have the security that they went to the wallet where our capital is protected. All the transactions and traceability we made arose and reached the wallet. What showed you at the beginning where the 991 is? All those wallets started taking out the money at 50 and 40. Liquidity was decreasing at 500 to 600, at 400, but everything went to the reserve wallet. Which is where on Venus, because we also checked it, and it is like Venus holders. Our money is protected there. So be that clear now. Why did I go back to 5 out of 5, and why do I have this contract open for this? Crap company that is harming us. I have it open here because I want to show you that it's a cloning of our contract, because I'm going to the part of the contract where they supposedly have the same code. Oh, look what I'm telling you. It's got the same invites code. It's got the same invites code. Yeah, give me 1 second. Which ends where? At 0.33, gentlemen, it ends at 0.33. And if I go to the contract that we have in 1TIMECLUB, wait for me another second here. And if I go to the contract 5v5 to our contract. Well, we realize that they also have the same code. That is why we are talking about cloning the contract in bytes. But I have already shown this contract to the previous IANs, and I have told them that this contract is decompiled with the verifier contract within which he created the E26 contract or the E26 wallet. And here we can realize that the 5B5, which is our contract, ended at 0.30. Interest is the same as what we have in that company that is obviously with our contract here. Look at it here cloned. Yeah, so you guys can see that he's making the moves that he's making right now. Here, look at the movements, the transactions, and you will realize it. In the token transfer, everything they are doing every single moment. That is, it is an oversight. Look, transfer. And they have not been able to do anything because they are not going to do it. And with this token crap that they are doing the damage, or they did the damage, obviously, so that some little people will also pay them twice as much. And that's what I hope people in the chat, people watching, are aware of. Let's not lie to each other. People who paid them double can say it in the chat very calmly, because here no one will know what their wallet is. Nobody's gonna know anything about that stuff. And it's normal, but as I tell you, many people told me that the payments that I was raising since the 0 of February 6th, because there are people who have happened to them that is already from the 0 of February 6th. Because obviously they had the kindness of sending me the no, that if they had paid them a much higher percentage, and no, that's not good for a company, gentlemen, that's not good for a company, gentlemen, that's not good for a company, gentlemen, for a smart contract. Obviously there was vulnerability, obviously in the security part of Walter Club's contract, and we are not going to deny it. That's why they're restructuring it, they're making it a little bit stronger and stronger, not stronger so that these kinds of things don't happen. Retransing is logical in many contracts, not just Walters. I have already experienced it in other contracts, and it is normal today. It really takes a little while. We're not talking about tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Can we be talking about a week to a week and a half that they can actually execute this contract in shape then? Here I tell you, why are they doing this transfer that we have never seen before? Well, because they're doing it. We are still waiting for the restructuring to be completed, and obviously, well, when I see this cloning of the same code in bytes that this company Crypto Fortune has, which is what today's statement tells us, because today's statement talks about an external protocol that is being generated this year. Well, that conflict, because it is a conflict, obviously caused us what this morning with David Valero and Jose, because we were really analyzing that it is not normal for a protocol to be interacting within our contract, and obviously it is doing so, because here we are seeing it. I'm inside this company, I'm not inside One Time Club, I'm inside the S-scan inside this company. And oh, surprise, well, I see the One Time Club contract and I see your same cloned code, and this is the one that is doing us damage, gentlemen, now.
Let me add something there to that I bring to what you are saying. She's the only one. Can the only entity that has contractual rights do something to you within the one-time cloud contract? Is it Venus protocol? No one else was clear. They have the right to do it.
We have a function, and thank you for that clarification, David, because we have a function in the Wanted Club code, which is the refresh pull. The refresh pull talks about a call to the Venus controller with the address 055, and he is the one, he has to make the movements as he did them, because he did them to be able to extract the money from the contracts. Where he was working at that time, the money stopped all the contracts and all the operations, and what he did is save the money in that null wallet that we saw at the beginning of the presentation. So what is happening in EN is what is currently giving rise to in contract 0, 5D5, and we are going to continue to see it until they restructure. And we do not see this type of functions. Obviously, we are not going to put it together because this contract is going to become obsolete. This contract is not. Can you continue? Why? Because and what we are going to continue repeating, gentlemen, do not make a move because your money can be passed on to you. In this life, you can disappear, and where can you go? CARES can get this contract from these people, so we don't have to make any moves. At this moment, we are with the rewards. Leave them alone. Leave the ROI alone, please, while it is restructured, because whether in the Zoom or in the live that we had this morning, Jose can witness that a person said that he did not do that. What he made the withdrawal did not reach him. It came out of the ROI and did not reach his wallet. But it's because there's obviously no longer the connection we need. That's why everyone always makes mistakes in retirement. They won't be able to. And if they can, it's because someone invests. They don't know what they're causing. 10 to 15. And obviously the contract is going to pull them because obviously it is working with yes it and yes it.
Hand over the contract as it reaches CryptoFanator at this point.
Are you going to?
Safeguarding a nation relies on understanding these entities, so let's properly identify them and explore the challenges they present.
Cyber hackers, because they are doing
Not to say words sometimes.
No, it's clear we are in the south. I personally won't label them, but let's face it, they are thieves, rats, or whatever fits. This is the reality we are uncovering, which undeniably harms us all. Moreover, we've tasked ourselves to investigate comprehensively whether this is truly the case. That cloning is happening that we have already verified, or we also had the intention and thought about it because it is normal that they were the owners of that contract. Obviously, if they were the owners of this company, Guante Inclu O or Crypto Fortune would be the owner of Guante Inclu or vice versa, since obviously there would be an interaction of sending money and returning money. So here we are only seeing that our contract, the only thing they are doing is pulling what that contract may have. That's why right now there's nothing, because this is
transfers. Let's clarify something. Let's clarify something there as well about what we investigated. Also the resources that left or that I was doing the retrage. What he did are those double payments that reached the same users of One Time Cloud.
Obviously they reached the users of One Time Club, that is, but they were very kind in telling us that they made withdrawals of 10 and they received $20, another was 18, they received $36, another they paid about 1.8% because he got a little more. So it messed up, obviously, that phishing or this company that's here that cloned us. Obviously, all because he didn't clone it. Here we can see that the contracts are totally the same. He didn't clone the dish, and that, well, obviously we are seeing that it is interacting on our wallet. So, and it is a malicious company. Be careful, gentlemen. This company, crypto4net.com, is a YO company.
Just put that name, go and put it in the GPTY chat there. You can know the reputation, what it has, what it does, and how it does it.
In summary here,
Just amazing.
we wanted to show you this deeply so that you could see that the statement that One Time Club sent us is true. We were really curious when they talked about stopping an external protocol, because you can read the contract, the statement, and it talks about an external protocol because obviously they had to stop the entire operation, because believe me that if not today, if it were working, we wouldn't even have the 991.
One Time Club security code functions have fewer protocols. The situation echoed how liquidity got drained into a null wallet. Regular checks are now in place to ensure funds safety during restructuring.
Like how to say it, as we say colloquially, that contract bled out. But for our sake, that is, he took away all their liquidity, he transferred it to the null wallet, and he doesn't have it there. Safe, gentlemen, there it is every day. We are with David, with Jose, checking that wallet so that the funds are not normal while they go through the restructuring. But what we wanted to show you was this, gentlemen, that it is, what is it behind this, of what happened, because I know that there are contracts, obviously envious, that want to harm others. And well, we gave ourselves the task of getting to this point with this crap company that is the one that intervened our Vault Include contract. Obviously, they are already doing everything as you saw in the statement. It is going to strengthen, everything is going to strengthen, but we are going to be patient in the only thing that touches us. Be patient, we wait. May everything be restored in the best way that we have endurance in the club again, because well, it has given us, we have full security with Joseph, with David, that he is going to be very great again, much better, and that he is going to last and will endure over time. We are clear about that. The code and logic will remain the same, only that they will take this into account and the security part that they are going to focus on. A lot in that, so that we don't have those attacks again. But obviously you and we are going to continue looking at it. We are going to have all this movement. Even with this wallet, I think they will be able to continue making that movement. There is no longer any money here. There is no problem for them to continue doing it. I am no longer interested in them continuing to do it, because here the blockchain is telling us that what is at zero, and they are going to continue making movements at zero. If we really had here a value of 100 and Zendel, believe me, this would be something else. Here it would no longer be zero. Here it would already be values that are pulling to where? For that contract I showed you from Crypto Fortune, gentlemen. That's from the part we found out, gentlemen, we have as far as our investigation goes, but it is one
investigation. And let's also contribute something. Let's also contribute something that this did not come a few days ago. They were already coming a few weeks ago. I don't know if all the presidents had heard that they were also disturbing the roulette, disturbing the mechanism of the roulette, the LA, the wallet that the roulette had. They were sending her funds. I was sending her funds to block her. I was sending her funds so that I don't know. No, I don't have her management, which was the management of making the shipment to the person who won the roulette. And anyway, and that has already been seen a couple of weeks ago. And that's also where they started to raise the issue of hacking as such.
Of course, but keep in mind that this is not what a person does. This is not what a person does. No one is going to wear this. I don't think that neither Jose nor David nor Victor Saldarriaga to the leaders, oh, we are going to send $5 to the roulette to bother her. Come on, this already comes from these rubbish contracts that are intervening here. They make all those moves to obviously destabilize a 111 contract that is working in that perfectly. And yes, there is a need to criticize, and there are times when you have to criticize, you have to do it. Those security systems had to have taken into account 110 Club, but obviously there are also malicious systems that surpass that type of DE. How to say about layers of security? Yes, they could more than obviously in what he implemented, and
we weren't the only ones. I quote, we weren't the only ones. There are more than 6 contracts.
And oh, well, exactly. On the day of from yesterday to today, there are 6 contracts that are under maintenance, that are under restructuring, that are... Because obviously they also suffered several little things due to phishing wallet that they are coming in and doing their thing.
And not only the decentralized part, the centralized part, also the...
Centralized, the decentralized. Right now, I'm talking about of central realization. I'm talking about
of decentralization.
Decentralization. I'm talking about companies that or contracts that are going through it. I have had 4. For now, I have had several, but they are under maintenance. And let's see if everyone knows in Colombia and in several countries, because 2 days ago also a cyber attack on a global level and destabilized the banking part of companies, and everything is collapsed. Here in Colombia, there are no banks for us to be able to make transactions online. Yes, they can make them through an ATM, but here in Colombia, everything is blocked online, gentlemen, online. So there were quite a few massive attacks in these 2 days that it is causing, and precisely because also the part of the and all these type of contracts as well, obviously it is taken advantage of to do the damage. But what we were talking about with Jose is, it is obviously the peace of mind that we have, that our money is protected, and that, well, if we had not seen it, that it would have moved from those 25 wallets to that one, to that wallet. Well, we would already be really building another bridge. If we were saying goodbye to Guanta Incluyente, then we don't know what you mean.
Regarding that little point, since you are touching that point, let's start. To explain to most people that, well, maybe they don't understand, please confirm if you saw it on my screen.
Wait, I'm going to share. You can share now. I don't know anymore.
I have it shared, you can see it.
Yes, you are.
Are you confirming it or hesitating to say yes?
Yes, I'm in the Zero Wallet or K-First here to start explaining to you guys. How did it happen? Okay, that's what we're interested in. Did we already see that John explained to us the topic of what happened? Who is the company, or the scammers who are good, they fucked up because it's not what they're trying to do. Did they make it then? What happened to the funds? Why did it work like this and all? Well, here first in this wallet, you can get them by asking me right now. When we open the chat to the chat, you can get it in the chat. It's the same there. You can get this address, paste it in the BCC scan, and come directly here to look for it. Okay? Here you will first find that good balance in BNB. We don't have any, but we have safeguarded in USD we have 9110 and $91.00, okay guys, which is what was transferred when it began in the early morning of the 23rd. If we come here to see all the transactions, we are going to see that here inside this wallet, if the only thing that was sent is 200 pages of movement, okay, we are going to see if we can go to the last one. And here we are going to see that 2 days ago, well, when the movement began in the early hours of 2000, I don't know why, I mean 2023, in the early hours of the 23rd to the 23rd. Yeah, I don't know, with John, with Jim Mason, we see that the portfolio, I don't know if they remember in their past that we had, let's remember that within the contract when 1226 created the contract. Let's remember that we have this little wallet that is here before they change. Look at it carefully, because right now when I start messing with it, it changes to DC, ends in 0, AD is worth 0 ADE. This wallet, guys, is not a wallet as such, it is a system that is created within the same smart contract. So that you understand, this wallet is the one that performs the refresh pull function, the one that only gives the order to Venus protocol. Okay, this function is here. In addition to that, what does it do to maintain economic coherence between the balance sheet that exists, or what is being worked on, what is being entered, what is being withdrawn, the ROI, everything that has to do with the system of 1TIMECLUB YB. Okay, so far we are correctly stopped at 0 to DE, that right now is going to change. That is why I repeat so much that you take it into account. Here we are going to see how this portfolio is what it does. All these blue wallets that you see here in this part, in the left part, all these wallets were created by that address. So that Jose, well, that address, I create all these wallets to move the money. If you look at when circulation and shipping began, which is the rescue of the balance of address C5B5, all the amounts were small. And Jose, why are these withdrawals of small amounts made right now, as John was talking about? This is done because when the system is already attacked, it is already intervened, whether by phishing or any type of hack, or when the rentran is compromised, then it is better to send many small transactions than to send a single one. If we send just one, we have the possibility of losing 100% of the entire balance. However, when many addresses are sent and the portfolio that is dedicated, coherence with Venus begins to create many portfolios, small balances are sent, small amounts through different routes. This makes the contract more secure. Can they detect? Can they intercept? One or another direction, but they do not intercept the total system. What this does is take care of most of the funds, and that 100% is not lost in that rescue. Is it okay then you yourselves through the address? This one that ends in E9C, so we are going to copy it into the chat. You yourself can go to the BSC, copy it and check each one. Guys, each of these addresses can be put in the whole day checking one to one.
That is so that I can interrupt you. If you open one of those little blue ones, you will see that there is the one that you said at the beginning, that the creator of the...
Exactly. The one he started with, because down here the time is the one he started with. If you go to the last one, it is the first one that started making withdrawals.
Exactly.
They don't have to. He clicks on the blue on anyone and he realizes and will realize that it is there.
There.
There's the creator. Look at her.
It was created by the 0 to D. And remember 5 minutes ago, I told you that this is the wallet that carries the authorization of Venus protocol to proceed with doing all this. Okay, it's not an invented system. It's not because Venus protocol came out of its eggs, that is, it makes all the money, I'm moving it here. If it's not that it was already a system that was designed inside, obviously with the permission of Venus protocol, not with the permission of the account developers included. This was already previously implemented when we are in contract 1226 here, before the addition of the C5B5 plan was made, which was the one that was hacked. And before the role was given up, several operabilities were left, such as the roulette bottom, gas payment down here, the bus TY was added. This is the 0 to DE, which is the one that maintains coherence already when we come to see here to all guys, any wallet that you want to open here of this entire service. Whenever any transfer occurs, you're welcome to verify or analyze it.
Open a couple of wallets, there it is.
It is the second one that I opened, 0 to DE, created 2 days ago. We are going to go back. We open another X this mirror and we see 0 to DE. Here are all the transactions and all the movements that he made towards a single wallet, which is E9CA and is intended by Venus Protocol. Vale Venus Protocol, which is the only one authorized to have the entire balance. Now, I know the concern of many of you guys. It's good. Okay, it's fine. It's in a null wallet. It's in Venus Protocol. But what do I need? Because I want my money. You want your money. We all want our money. Okay. What is Venus going to do if she is going to continue? If she is going to many people who are already eagerly asking how long this structuring is going to take. We have already talked about it several times today. We are going to repeat it again for all of you. Remember that this is not done overnight. The C5B5 contract was violated. That contract, forget it. The recommendation not to move anything is still pending because the system is still pending until a new project is made. The money may fall into the hands of C5E5 and C5E5 is already violated. Okay, don't do anything, don't move anything, leave your little money there. How long can it last? Okay guys, look, create the system. Which obviously won't take that long because there are many things they are going to do copy and paste. But we repeat again what the issue of robustness is: creating a new security system for the new project. Install the new project that works correctly with the system we currently have in your portfolio with your One-Time Club platform. The sending again of all these funds that are here. For the new project, okay, all this requires time, I don't tell him like a week, I asked him a week and a half, it's mere speculation. But the reality of all this, and it was a question that they were asking in the chat, right now they can't take long. If the One-Time Club developers want to put this to work as quickly as possible, it is very likely that they will go 3 days without sleep because it is hard work developing all this. And why do they have to go 3 days without sleep? Because the more time passes you have, or rather One-Time Club has a debt with you, because if you look at your daily 1.4 investment count, it continues to rise. Okay, so we're asking another question in the chat and we're going to touch on it in passing, which goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about. Your money is rising 1.4% daily, okay? And they asked me in the chat, what would happen when they open, because everyone is going to want to withdraw their money. Guys, don't worry. The system is not going to become insolvent because you are going to get the calculation you have so far. It is not all the money, okay? You are going to get it if it was delayed a week. The process of the new system update, well, they are going to calculate in a week that it would be 10% of their account. A week has been 10%. So that 10% that everyone, and I know, is going to be like this. Everyone is going to withdraw what the ROI has referred, and everyone. That is going to affect us because they are not getting 100% of your investment. They are getting the mathematical calculation of 1.4% daily, nothing more. Nothing.
Let's see. We also have to put logic to things because, well, let's see, we previously had 1173,000 and we withdrew more than 10,000, 1,000 people that we count in the club, and that value was always the same. Keep in mind that the value and that portfolio of the 91,000 is going to go to work. It's no longer going to sit there for you to drain it. She is going to go to work with the logic that she has been working, gentlemen. She is going to go to open the contracts that she opens with Venus. So don't think that because it's going to go into a wallet, everyone is going to go in and drain it and it's going to go down. No, gentlemen.
Exactly, because
they have to wait for me to do it.
do that restructuring within Venusian, work with the contracts that it has internally so that it can generate the interest. But then in all this time that we have had, the 2 months that we have had, well, we would not have seen it rise. But what if all the people withdrawing and never went down? In other words, let's put logic into things so that we don't really ask those questions, because they are thinking that because it is in that wallet, then everyone is going to come to Adrenal, gentlemen. They are not going to do anything. They are going to enter to interact with Venus, and he is going to work. And that is where he is going to produce interest. Do you understand that?
Exactly. Obviously, when the system or the new contract opens, whether it is a week, whether it is 3 days, whether it is a week and a half, when the contract opens, obviously that money is going to be made available, and they know perfectly well that everyone, the world is going to panic to want to withdraw all the capital. That is more than clear, but they are going to take out the available capital by calculating the ROI. That is to say, in the daily 1.420 days are being invested, it is not that you are going to go in and withdraw all your capital. That is why the work does not become insolvent, the business does not become insolvent, and once that remaining money that remains working within fewer protocols. Guys, it stays the same just with a lag.
Most likely a week. I've done it for a week, okay? Maybe they'll surprise us and the day after tomorrow it's already working, but I doubt it. There's a lot of work to do for this filth that the disgusting Indians have done to us for this leg. And if there are any Indians here, I'm sorry, brother, that's what there is, the hacking system. These Indians work. The truth is that we must recognize them, that they are very developed in that topic. But they are very malicious. They are using the progress and development that they have in what is blockchain technology to end the world. That's the reality. So we're having this little problem. Here, I repeat again, can you go through portfolio by portfolio from page 1 to 200?
You will see that the entire transfer was obviously done, guys. There right now, John or David, I don't remember, sorry. It was presented the amount we had before it started to move.
Nothing, I have it here. I can't refresh the screen, but I have it here. I have it here.
Exactly, Panzer Sentry.
1170.
3173-174S, which clearly encapsulates an extensive representation.
What was previously available before the funds began aggressively shifting directions?
To this null wallet that belongs to Pemex and arrived, it ended up arriving 991. Obviously, guys. Remember that here what happened yesterday. Yesterday everyone was scared that liquidity was falling and they thought that 1TIMECLUB was draining the system and that 1TIMECLUB had already ended. Everyone was withdrawing. I was one. Everyone was one that we were withdrawing just in case everyone.
We all did, Lo.
We did then, but I still don't think an amount of $50,000 has arrived, and according to the calculation that David gave me, they are still missing, if you like.
Let me share.
I don't know, it's still like 70 and so many $1,000 short that there's a difference, guys. There's a difference.
You have to take into account, Jose, that double things were paid. That's why the balance was double too, right?
Also, well,
Are we going to listen to Eduardo Salinas to see what question he has? Are they throwing their hand at us?
Here it is, here's the value. Look, $100.17680.
1,076, and currently we've reached 991 participants. Not everyone was abruptly removed, but some aspects make that unfeasible.
Total, good.
Eduardo, I'm granting you the permission since you seem ready to contribute with your raised hand.
For questions, people in the chat are also welcome to ask their inquiries in detail.
Attending, let me enable the chat that is there.
Let's clarify. Yes, it's already open and ready for access.
Everything is set. The chat is open now for everyone to post their questions freely.
Does Eduardo have any questions?
What is a strategic way to address the corporation that negatively impacted us?
No need to worry, I'll personally handle it and ensure any false impressions are adequately addressed.
Basically, between all of us, we can do it because he wanted fame and go to sleep, right? Well, look what they're doing.
Look at that answer. I'm going to give it to you. Why doesn't IPF work, gentlemen? Let's see that IPF does work. Remember that we have the IPF. If we do not have liquidity, obviously at this moment in the wallet at the operator, because obviously you are not going to be able to withdraw anything. It is going to be void for you either, because it interacts the same, only that we are going to do it through another interface that is an IPFS.I, but obviously you are not going to be able to withdraw, you are not going to be able to do anything because we do not have the liquidity at that moment, and it is not working, it is not operating our contract in Venus, and therefore no interest is generated, and therefore you will not be able to withdraw it. But the contract works, the IPDFS works normally, you can enter normally ready, everything is parallelized. Obviously, it doesn't mean that because it's an IPFY, we open it in another interface. Well, no, you don't have to go in there and take it out because we are not operating, we are not generating profits. Understand that.
Alternatively, the account reports indicate we're missing an exact sum of $185. Jones 185,000 asks about the unexplained 107 seen in CryptoFantuno, which isn't visible in CryptoFantuno.
No, that's and that. Yes, there you see, that's it. This is not tokens, it's not tokens that they have there. It's not ours, they're tokens. You can check it there. They're tokens ready.
Key followed.
The maximum supplier of the relay is the maximum supply, but that's the tokens, my tokens.
Honor denies 200 smart actions with a straightforward no.
Sorry, there is. They ask that the new restructuring is going to be in the new ones, in our same portfolios, everything is the same. What is only going to change is the contract. We are only going to link it the same as how much it is even going to link it the same, and it is going to recognize you. Your wallet, you don't have any problem. What's more, all your affiliates will recognize you and your capital, what you have. That is, everything is everything. The internal information will be the same. Everything will be the same. I don't know.
Yes, that's right. I see many people worried about the same issue, that if it is going to be the same, if it is going to proceed the same. Everything is going to be the same because they have the little information saved and the project has a logic. It will continue to have the same logic, obviously, but with a new contract, without being vulnerable to take care of our capital for the next generation, he says. No wonder the roulette failures were appearing. They were trying to enter the contract through C5, B5, and they succeeded because it was recently activated and no one was winning it. Yeah, they'd been fucking around for a while.
Mario, YouTuber, says that Venus pays a maximum of 4.5% per month, which is not the 42nd that 1TIMECLUB pays. Well, that's more than said goodnight. What about contract 0255? Let's leave it alone. Let's make interest claims or ROE if not iPhone. And for others who have this same doubt, don't touch, don't move, don't do anything. Let the primary main contract that is now in process. Let us have green light, and then guys, we take out the ROI, you are going to have the same calculation there, you are going to have everything the same, says Nodiel. In the new interface and in the restructuring will be our same portfolios with our same investments. Yeah guys, what's up?
They cannot now say no, the platform we have from 1TIMECLUB does not work, not them, which is why I tell them that it will take at least a week, because after they propose a whole new contract, they have to make that work. Contract with this platform that already has all our information saved. Or it's not that they are going to make a new platform and the whole trail is formed, not behind who I was going. No, I was going with so-and-so, and my grain was not, it doesn't work like that, okay? Are you going to continue using the same wallet?
That mommy says, my 30-day contract expires in 2 days. Does the money reach the wallet automatically, or will it be holding that money? The money does not automatically reach the wallet. When the account and club contracts expire, they are left with claiming or ending the deposit, and it ends up being placed in the ROI. Okay, obviously there are no funds. Link 5, C5, which is where it is connected to now. Currently, the 1TIMECLUB platform has no fund. It is breached and it will not let you withdraw, like everyone who is not letting you withdraw because there is no fund. The funds are here in the Zero wallet. Okay, good evening. What about the Zero contract? Let's let it be. Well, we already read it. The ROIs can be charged. Can you have them ready to withdraw the wallet? No, there are no funds within the system. Until the fund is created, the new contract cannot be withdrawn. Okay, guys, what would happen to the new contract if he did the same thing as this one again? I don't think they'll happen again, but if it did, well, we already see what the system does. The system migrates all the money to wallets protected by Venus protocol, and there the SI remains stable.
I know if a restructuring is going to be done, obviously it will not remain the same. If they don't leave it anyway, we have to do something better than what is already there at the moment, because to protect and be sure that no official wallet intervenes and does this type of damage to us. Obviously, I criticize it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to deny it. What I criticize should have been implemented from the beginning, but obviously the programmers are already taking action and have to give us something more robust, as they are explaining. Comunique vale.
Here Marcos says, it happened to me that they paid me more than 1.4%. I thought it was a problem with my wallet, but I refreshed several times and it came out the same.
In total, well, there is also another person there. I congratulate him, Marcos, because he was able to give his testimony. And thank you for saying it. As I tell you, not only Marcos, I received people who paid them double. Many people, not only 2 or 3 people. Many people told me that I pay them double. They were sincere gentlemen. That is what is failing. Because obviously if I withdraw $10, I get 20. If I withdraw 28, I get 56. So let's see, there is no system that can withstand it. It was apparent they didn't notice the discrepancy promptly, and fortunately 9 manual could be recovered. If not rectified, imagine the daily losses accumulated over time.
Acknowledged and understood.
Would it have drained? And today we obviously would not have a working capital if it had not already been paid, well, twice. And wouldn't the times really come when the investment is going to be recovered then?
Manuel.
Emmanuel brought up questions about the Wanted Club project management. The response reiterated multiple times. Venus protocol is exclusively authorized to manage it. The only one who moved all the funds is through One-Time Club of the authorization through the refresh pool refresh system, which only the authorization has the C0255 portfolio that belongs to Venus protocol is the only one that moves the mobile.
Look, here we have 2.
Why? I'm not sorry. And we're not inventing it. No, we're not inventing it there. The One-Time Club code, and copy it and paste it and take it to a programmer alone and look to see who is the only one who has delay. Funds need careful handling to ensure proper distribution. Contract 0255 exclusively belongs to Venus protocol, maintaining a strict allocation protocols.
Tell me, David, here.
Mauricio Ponlania reported receiving double payment, withdrawing 14 and receiving 28, adding confirmation to this occurrence.
Go here, no longer here, another one.
Another person. Look, you realize, gentlemen, that we are not telling you lies. People here are telling it.
Will the new contract also be waived? Well, here we're going to be talking. When the new contract comes out, guys, we're gonna sit down. They will also be invited to show you, review them, see if there are backdoors, because I am one of the first who think not negatively but positively, but who think that there may be something. They can leave a backdoor with a restructuring of the new contract, and we are going to see all that live in front of you. It is worth comparing the analysis that we had previously done on C5 or B5 and the new contract that is to come. Okay, so Emmanuel says stay. How sure do we have that everything will stay the same? Well, we'll have to wait.
We have to wait, and we are going to make the pertinent reviews. Believe me, when we have a verification chat, since we make it exhaustive, we will give you the peace of mind that we can follow or cannot follow. We saw this and didn't like it? Well, we don't continue. That is, we are going to be very transparent and we are going to speak with our pants off. Here we are not going to deny anything to anyone. Let's just tell it like it is.
This is Rocio Rivera. Thank you very much, friend. Thank you very much for the effort in informing us. All this is work that takes a lot of time and dedication, and we are learning more and more. Yeah, look, thank goodness, I know there are a lot of grateful people here. Many people don't see us. They see us in a negative way because obviously they are going to like us as long as we are solving the problem and when the problem arises. Well, we're the bad guys, aren't we? So thank goodness there are always people left, although they appreciate the effort because this involves hours, headaches, and then the truth.
Thank you very much. We couldn't sleep last night, right?
We don't last all night until 5 o'clock in the morning, from 2300 night until 5 o'clock in the morning, doing traceability, admiring. Why was that happening? Looking, and well, we do that behind, but obviously to attract information.
Does Del Valle also not thank us for the effort? And here we have a question that we are going to clarify for the last time, baby Seattle.
It says the ROI can continue to be claimed. They cannot continue to be claimed. There are no funds in the system that exists. You have to wait for the new contract to be created so that these funds that are in the null portfolio are transferred to the new contract. There they will have a bottom. There they will be able to complain. Don't do anything in the system for now. The contract is still connected to the C5B5 that was violated. Do not run the risk of being moving money and that C5B5 will appear their capital and then everything is restored. No, I haven't received my money. Don't touch anything. That's fine.
It is the most important recommendation today, and repeat it to all people. Leave your wallet still, gentlemen. Leave your wallet still. Keep your wallet still. Keep busy while so many other things will come. Look.
Look, it says Mark here too. I'm not interrupting, but John Mark mentioned that company Cryptocurrencies and they sent me something. 1,000 harmful tokens were flagged 4 days ago. Be cautious. I knew it was malicious and I ignored it. Mark warned us.
Of course, this is what is happening. That is this company, those malicious touches. You give it a click, it gives you access to all your wallets. Gentlemen, be careful with that, and that is the way to do phishing, not you. If you get some crypto form tuner, please ignore that, revoke that pod, but don't go.
Nole.
Give permission, don't. Go open it because it's happening and it's happening. He did it with One Time Club. I can do it with a wallet where you just give it a clip, so ignore all that pod because that's going to be watered and that's going to be watered and it's going to happen. They're trying to get into everything, all the wallets to do that here, so you stack with that.
Here it says no. Fernando Luna also says if it takes 10 days to fix, they will give us the rigor of those 10 days.
Yes, there it is. Growing every day, it is giving rigor every day, it is giving and it is adding. But at this moment, they are neither touching rigor nor touching ROI. Don't do anything. Don't go into Hold On Club. Leave it alone. Don't go into Hold On Club, and let's hope the whole restructuring comes through. Its rigor will continue to increase there. Normal, have the plant. Security that this will not be lost as soon as the contract in Venus comes into operation. Believe me, all that interest is going to be paid right away.
Ready, all thanks guys for being here. Thank you for your thanks. The truth is that it does take a lot of hours, and we are very grateful for your support. We're kids. We are always going to be here, look, because many people see us from the negative side, okay? We are going to make something clear to you that I made clear today on Gino's channel, and I am going to make it clear today to you who are part. They are of my team, they are part of John's team, David's team, Harold's team, of many leaders who are here. Guys, we are not here to do you harm, even if a bug may come and want to put something in your head. We are not here to do you harm if we do you harm. We do you harm, okay? If we educate them, if we teach them blockchain, let them look for it. We don't have them to abandon us. We don't teach them anything. We don't win. Okay, the objective of a leader is for his community to grow, that his community wins, and when his community beats, the community wins the 18, 20, or the reference percent that it is generating. If you don't grow up, neither will we.
So it doesn't help us to hurt them. We are here racking our heads. The day this started to be won, I myself stayed until 2:30 in the morning watching until it ended. It ended exactly at 2:10 H, the last transfer of $522. And here in front of the computer looking at your money, because the truth is it doesn't scare me, but I know that there are many people who are starting each. I know that there are many beginners who don't want and can't. It's not that they don't want to, it's that they can't lose their money.
Okay, and I understand that perfectly.
with effort, they have put any amount. And I have done Jose to say one thing: we want to do good. No, not evil. It's not bad. We are not here for what you decide to do harm to anyone, but for you to inform yourself, not to inform yourself. It's more, and it's cool that suddenly you zoom in, Jose, when we are doing 111 research development, or what we are going to do right now with the contract. If we can also zoom in so that you see us as the methodology of communication and work, and you are going to realize that first, it is not easy. Secondly, it is a dedication of time, and thirdly, we do it in a way of helping the community. We don't want, that's why we're the same as you. We have money within the systems, we operate money within the systems. And who likes to lose? Nobody.
Okay. Tell me.
Look, here there is a comment from someone who says that whenever something bad happens, they are going to throw away the leaders and they are going to throw away the people who invited them. Well, yes, it's normal, but don't worry about it. Why? Because he is presenting you with a business. Whoever decides is you who decides to take the step. You are the one who, if you tell him about a business and you do what is viable, and if you don't do it, then nothing happens. He continues his normal life, but here no one is putting a roller on his head. No one is telling him, come on, he has to enter. Here, because if not, well, this is going to happen to him, not you. You are the one who clicks the button. Let's be aware of that. They start blaming the leaders and knowing that what they bring them is information from one.
Chance you?
You'll discover whether he's going to act or not, as guys tend to do.
If anyone could provide the link to the official 110 Club Telegram channel in the chat, it would be appreciated, because Juanca here is requesting an official explanation. Not from Venus, no, because Venus doesn't release official statements about the club, whether it's about the latest events or observations. If you have the official club's Telegram channel link, please share it here.
You have it there, David, in your hands.
All right, I'll put it on the channel.
Also, look, there it goes. There, look, they've already placed it there. They're already placing it.
Juan has already shared it in the chat.
Thank you, John Bosco. Thank you for collaborating with us. There is the channel between it. The last communique is talking about everything we're explaining to you, what's going on. That is why we are based on that statement to make this south, to clarify it is not.
Done, in fact, before the statement came out.
We talked about it? Yes, we talked about it.
Done, we already had it.
No, we had already planned 15
Years.
Jose kindly explained well what possibly could happen, but obviously we had already done an investigation. Look.
Carlos also says here that he sold the motorcycle and I put it in. He put $500 and he stayed stuck.
Obviously, and Carlos didn't know how to do that, nor does anyone have to sell their house, their car, their motorcycle to work in this type of business, gentlemen. And always the recommendation that we will continue to give, if you do not pay attention to recovering your capital first, because they take it out of greed, because obviously many things are going to happen to them.
But in this case, you will see that yes.
You will see now, yes, now they are going to withdraw. I bet you everything will be fixed and everyone will want it.
Will you check if it works?
That's why our existence was our existence since we started. Withdraw. There are some but excuse me for what I'm going to say, but it's that Mamera is there every day withdrawing what Mamera is doing to him. But we tell you, it's for a reason, because you are something. It's better to have money in your wallets than to have it in a tap. Or have it there in the visualization. If you have it in your wallet, it's yours. You can do what you need to do. So that's why it was la. What was happening, and
what the partner says here says, the one who forced himself was Victor to sell the motorcycle. No, I just had to.
Was it you who forced yourself?
You are the one who made the decision. He gave you an idea. He told you sell the motorcycle. You will see. Is that each one has their own decision to make. They must make their own decision. Gentlemen, I can tell my partner Jose here or a David, I tell him, come in the car so he can work with the waiting club. He tells me, fuck you, how am I going to do that?
I mean, let's see. Make your own decision. You can't do that, gentlemen. This kind of business is to work with the money you're willing to lose. If you have to start with $100, start. If you have to start with $50, start.
Come on, I'll break you here. I don't know if this is Ori. I don't know if you see him there, and he says he hopes he left me here. That's something that he had a reference that is not his, and that now appeared to him, yes.
Here I'm almost from the last, it's like the seventh says hello, good night. It seemed to me like a reference on the first line that shouldn't be there. Do you think it was a problem? Hacking, I don't think it was a problem. Hacking is a mere problem of the system, because we are talking about that there are people who received double the money. And from what I was reading in the chat, there were quite a few people. Okay, I don't believe it was truly an issue.
No, and I congratulate her because they are telling the truth, Jose. There are really people who don't request and they say, I got double, congratulations, brother, but we are checking with this. It doesn't mean that, well, you already have double your money. Well, you already have it. Nothing happens there. We are checking that there was a problem and the statement is telling us that is, it is not that the three of us are inventing it here. That is what we want to clarify.
Okay, guys, what's up?
If I'm honest with you, family, I hope I am not wrong about what we are seeing, what we have seen, what we have just presented to you. Where is your money? Where is everything, guys? The money is going to be replenished, guys. The new contract is going to be made. What am I going to ask all of the 218 who are connected now, plus everything they are going to watch tomorrow's video? Because there are a lot of people on my European team who are literally sleeping. What am I going to tell you? Withdraw your capital if tomorrow you want to make more profits with the profits. That's it. But I hope this has served you not only for this project, but for the one to come, for the other and for the other. Let it serve as an experience that first you have to withdraw the invested capital and then profits are made with the profits. And no matter what happens, I already know that my capital gains more and what I have inside. There is always money left in all projects. Alright, keep my invested capital steady while accumulating profits through gains. Let's proceed as soon as it's restored.
Give Victor Santarea who wants to talk and clarify the situation so that you can give him audio.
Okay, Victor, it's set.
Hi there.
Hello, good night, everybody.
Good night.
I would like them to also give the microphone to that person who is saying Carlos Castillo, because I never force anyone to put money in or sell any motorcycle, and I have not sat with any Carlos Castillo. First of all, I give my face, and if he is so male, put his face here and tell me in my face that I will help him sell the motorcycle, or I forced him to sell the motorcycle because I don't know who I'm talking to and I don't know who you are, Mr. Carlos Castillo, so that he is cursing me, and if he knows the curses are coming to him, he is the one who sends them, sir. Please share who Carlos Castillo is, perhaps where he's from, and if he used the microphone, I wonder why he acted as he did.
Do it. It's not about guys. We already know that you are a leader, that we already know that you are a person who makes the community work, that you do your network marketing. Obviously, they are comments that people make, but obviously, no. We are not saying that is the case. We are saying that the person makes their own decisions, and I know. And if someone says that to a person like that, I tell you, we are adults in making our own decisions. We know what your team is like. We know how you are, how you have formed your team. We know how you are doing. So don't be a thief. They told us everything. So don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Even ignorant, right?
Not ignorant that we don't know anything. Then send him blessings. May God bless him and may he recover his capital. Is that simple? Act like a more mature person so I don't. No, don't keep talking about that.
Yes, calm down, Victor. We are in a delicate circumstance here. For example, I'm from a while ago. Sorry, friend, but I've been looking at Mila for a while now, who's been pulling out her hair, but...
There is.
Hello, everyone. I understand we're together here.
H, do me a favor, you can give the camera to Carlos Castillo there to show his face. Give him the camera, you yourselves.
Give it to him.
The camera, I don't know who it is.
No, but Carlos, you're liking the problem.
Yeah, good.
Let's see who he is, what he's saying. Let's see Carlitos. Let's see, Victor's rat class. Well, let's see everyone. They have all seen us cowboys. They have told us.
As I tell you, gentlemen, no, we are not speaking here to blame the leaders, to tell them things. That is not it is about. We are clarifying a glove issue, even if we are professionals. Gentlemen, this is what it is about. Let's see. It is not about insulting ourselves or blaming the other who made me sell, who made me do whatever.
Resolving nothing, right?
They are not going to solve anything, and what they are obviously causing a bad atmosphere among GE people. We just tell Carlos, well, with a lot of respect for people, we all deserve respect. Yes, here you can't call anyone a rat or call anyone a thief. We're not offending anyone. It's just okay. We come with all the good attitude. To give you an explanation of what he is stirring up in Wanted Club, and we are not here to blame anyone. How about I start telling my sponsor, no, well, not you, no, let's see. No, gentlemen, thank you for introducing me to the business. Well, it didn't work, but I still took it into account. Thank you for doing that work, and thank you for taking the time to explain that to me. That's the smartest thing, gentlemen. Let's be leaders and be mature people. Ready?
Well, no, look guys, there's no reason to start fighting now. It's going to happen again. We are in a delicate moment. We are in a moment where we have to wait, we have to reason, and we have to keep a cool head, even if we tear our heads off. At this moment, we are not going to solve anything now. The evidence and the tests are there. Our commitment to you is to show you what there is. What happened is not to run away. It is not to close the chat. It is not to give you information, but quite the opposite. It's not about sitting here and arguing about who did what or what might happen. It's about sitting and watching what we just saw today and then wait. There's the money. It is waiting for them to form the new contract when the new contract is formed. You already know that you have the primary commitment to begin withdrawing everything you can to recover your initial capital. Okay, the contract is going to be made. Yes, it is going to be made, but I repeat to you again, a contract is not made overnight. Okay, anyway, we are going to be informing them. No one's going to be getting loose, least of all our teams. No one's going to be left out. Everyone's going to get notifications. I can't hear myself, David.
Yeah, he listens.
Not him. He doesn't have a microphone. David doesn't have a microphone.
Okay, sorry, truly ready.
Ready, thank you.
Okay, so you guys aren't going to be left without knowing anything? I know there are many people, many leaders out there. I have leaders on my team who contact me with their referrals because they don't talk, they don't share information with them. The referrals don't even pass them on. I'm not going to say who they are. They will know on their own account who I'm talking about. But then you have to have dedication with the team of everyone, guys, okay? They are people who trust one. You have to work on them. You have to solve the problem for them. And the way to solve the problem is to indicate and show them what there is so that they can sleep peacefully, because most people are already lost my money. And no, not only did a vulnerability problem occur within 5, and the contract is just going to be changed.
No, we have all said it. Yes, by the way, something I would like to add before we leave was the fact that in centralization, we are also having a lot of conflict, not only in the banking sector, but in various sectors within the same centralization. And it is for these same facts. Recommendation for everyone is please in those, if they receive your messages from SMS to their phones, this is already like something extra, also links anything that you do not understand. No, don't do it. Remember that you have and manage wallets with crypto and wallets within those same devices. Don't do it. Don't give them permission. Don't give them the door or open the door for you. Of your own home or your own device, so that you have bad experiences. This is something that I already contribute to in an extra part. And well, wait, the only thing we need is to hope to be patient at this time, and the last thing we want is for there to be any kind of conflict. Let's remember that we are here to give you a grain of extra sand of knowledge to what you know, to what you understand, and we want to do it very, very, very healthily so that the community grows in a form of example.
And that same example, you also have 111 result, that everything is done for results, everything is done for results. It is not that, it is the result, it is what we believe you have. So 1000, thank you for attending, and well, we will continue in the battle of informing you.
All right, guys, I hope you have a nice night.
Another little thing before they close, what is information and what we are going to do at this moment or in these days is what we are going to do informative. In this way, we will not do group community Zooms right now. We are going to meet now to give informative Zoom of the progress of what is happening, and we will be informing you now.
We're going to cancel the presentation tunes.
We are not going to cancel them for the moment, and we are going to zoom in on information, sharing information just as we are doing today, so that they are clear, and while the situation is resolved, to be able to continue with the process in each community. All right, gentlemen, I wish you a good night. Thank you for your participation. Thank you, Jose, for the invitation, and to everyone present.
Well, thank you all. Thank you, Jose and John. We are in touch.
You're welcome, guys. I hope you have a great night.
We are going to keep you in touch, don't worry. That's why you're not going to be left alone, and neither nor without communication. Okay, so nothing, sleep well, rest. Tomorrow will be another day. We will keep you in touch.
Ready? Good night.
Good night, bye-bye.